Alright, what's up? What's going on, guys? CaptainMonk here. In today's game, playing some Vi in the jungle. So let's go out here and grab ourselves the Hunter's Machete, 2 health potions, and the Warden Trick, and head on to the jungle. As you guys can see from the teams here today, we've got ourselves Base Tuna playing Draven AD carry, Dad Spaghetti playing that Soraka support, Give Me Your Milk playing as Diana mid, and lastly, we've also got Sergeant Matt Life Jr. playing as Renekton in the top lane. Now, because we are jungling, of course, we are in the later part of Season 5, and double jungling is extremely strong as a strategy. I'm going to see if he's down. Double jungle. And if he's not, of course, I'll just do a normal start bot lane, I guess, but... or even I'll just maybe just start the Gromp and do a normal clear from top side, because that way bot lane can do the Krugs if they choose to. And actually, Riven's coming over here, and I'm going to give her a slap in the face. How do you like that? Right in your mouth. Yeah, take that giant fist in your mouth. Fisting to the next level. But we are playing Vi here today. Now, if anybody's been with me for a while, they know I hate Vi. I hate her so much. But with that said, I don't mind playing her as much. I feel dirty when I play her, and like the way that I know her champion and her kit and all that is extremely toxic because of how stupid her ultimate is, and her Q, her Vault Breaker is pretty annoying as well. So I feel kind of dirty playing her because I know those things, kind of like how I feel dirty playing Teemo, but not to the same extent. It's kind of different. But playing against her, holy crap, is that a nightmare. So I'm so glad that Vi's kind of out of the meta. She's come back in a little bit because they did just buff her a little bit, and it does help, but it doesn't, like, completely bring her back in. And considering he didn't respond, he said, I couldn't tell which jungle, that's Draven, though. Considering he's not really responding, I'm getting the feel he's not down. And he's backing off a lot. Yeah, I don't think he's double jungle with me, so I guess I'll do a solo jungle. Unless we are doing a double jungle? I mean, he's kind of tanking a bit now. I don't really know. Nah, he's not double jungling. Alright, well... his loss. I'll go ahead and explain, though, the benefits of double jungling, because I know a lot of people still don't do it, and I want to make sure it's very clear to everyone who watches my videos how strong a strategy this really is. Double jungling will not only allow the jungler to go through the first 2 camps without using a single potion, because they don't take any damage, any aggro whatsoever, but to add on to that, it means that your top laner gets level 2 and goes to lane, yes, without his TP, but with, like, extra, like, 5 potions. It's huge. It's a huge advantage to take early on. And you can see here, he's going to lane against the Riven now, where he's already down, it looks like, which he would have been just as down before, but he would have had level 2. And I'm already half health, so you can kind of see the benefits already presenting themselves just through that alone. But kind of talk back a bit about Vi again. I did a video of her in 2013, so Season 3, and it's kind of funny because when I made that video, I was kind of explaining, you know, I hate Vi, and I explained the reasons as far as gameplay goes, but I also mentioned that I hate the way she sounds. Like, she's constantly making these battle cries, trying to sound tough, and I just thought it was really stupid. And the funny thing about that is, in that video, for some reason, I had a bit of a sound error, so the entire game was muted. It was just me commentating and complaining about her making noise, and yet she wasn't making any at all. It was really ironic and quite awkward, but it was still a fun video, I guess. It's kind of fun to talk about the videos I did in the past, way back when. But let's go ahead and clear out the red buff camp here, and I'm thinking we can actually gank mid pretty easily, because Azir's fairly pushed up. It's not all the way up, but definitely in a position where I think I could take him out, as long as Diana's ready to go. And as long as I can get close enough to Azir to knock him up, and we get the E off from Diana, we should be okay. And I didn't get in close range for my, what's it called? My Vault Breaker, but I'm going to get a lot of damage from this guy. And he is going to get out, but look at the out trade we just did. I mean, in the melee range, you just can't compete with a melee champion like Vi. And I'm just going to use my Vault Breaker here, because that will, of course, reduce the armor and magic resist of the Krugs here. And let's come back mid, actually, because I'm thinking it's possible we can take this guy out. It's going to be difficult, but it's definitely possible. And I do still have my flash, so I think we can do this. And I thought he was going to back off as soon as he saw me, but he didn't, so that's why I went behind him. There we go, got him. Had to flash, but that is still worth it. But yeah, one thing I tend to do with Vi, kind of like Zach, is as soon as I'm using my Vault Breaker to get into the fight, I always go slightly behind them, expecting them to panic and back up, because that's normally people's reaction as soon as they see that someone's ganking them, is to immediately walk towards their turret. But this guy didn't do that. He kind of stood there like a dummy, so my Vault Breaker ended up not hitting. Which then again, it was at its maximum range, so maybe it wouldn't have hit in the first place. But it's very important to make sure you hit it, because you do max it first. It is your highest damage output spell. Your W is, of course, percent damage. It gives you a bit of attack speed, but you want that burst from your Q. And your E's damage barely scales at all with points in the ability. As you can see here, it has that deals 5, and then your AD and AP ratio. That deal damage goes up by 10, I think, per rank. Maybe a bit more. Maybe it goes up by 15. Point is, though, is it's small, and you really just want to get the damage from your E just from building AD instead of putting points into the skill, whereas your Q is kind of the reverse. So you want to max the Q first. So it's really important that you hit it and don't waste the spell if you do max it, which really is what decides a good Vi player and a bad one like myself. I don't play her a whole lot, but I did a bit earlier in the season when Warrior Enchant was the best way to go in the jungle. So let's go ahead and take the Gromp here. And I'm thinking pretty soon I could go back here and pick up some items for myself. Yeah, let's go back here. Alright, and it's looking like bot lane's kind of having a bit of a standoff here. Nothing's really happening, but that's kind of what a Soraka lane is like. But they have a Leona who's trying to make plays, and apparently they have 3 bottoms, so I'll make my way down there as soon as I can. I like the Trailblazer on Vi, because I don't find her AoE to be the greatest, so I like to get that. And of course the Warrior Enchant, and I'll get 2 long swords, I'll get myself... Oh, there we go, a kill going up top lane, very nice, but it's going to trade back actually. But I'll get that extra ward, I'll get the Sleeping Lens as well, and I'll wait for one more health potion, because I want that extra tiny bit of sustain that one potion will give me. And we'll go to the lane here. And it looks like Leona is actually clearing out a ward right where Draven is, but Draven's going to get that stand aside, get some extra damage in. Very nice. Telling Leona, back the fuck off, that's my pink ward. Get out of here, you sunlight enthusiast bitch. And let's go over here to ourselves the Krugs. So another 15 seconds or so on our smite. Because we haven't cleared these yet, they should be pretty swift to take out, considering my bot lane didn't take them. Which they probably should have, I mean, considering perfect play, but it's not like it's a big deal. Just it would have given them an advantage. They didn't take it. But it looks like there's a teleport coming in here, and I'm coming in from behind. I don't think I'm going to be able to get there in time to make a difference, but I think Leona is a secured kill nonetheless. And because we have a teleport from Renekton, why don't we just take advantage of his positioning and do the dragon itself? Let's get a ward into this brush. Alright. We have my team coming out over. I got my smite available. This should be pretty free for us. But one thing about Vi that's really awesome for taking the dragon is she does, of course, have that percent damage from her W, which you can see, that big 310 that pops up, that is a lot of damage that we're getting onto the dragon. So Vi can actually solo the dragon fairly easily. But why bother when you have the ability to have your teammates right there with you? And yes, Shyvana's going to bounce, not surprised. Speaking of which, Riven top, Shyvana jungle, Azir mid, and the duo lane of Tristana Leona. I forgot to mention their team, but I guess by now you guys probably figured out on your own. But actually, that's kind of cool that they're all in order like this. You kind of see that our team's not like that. We're all scrambled all over the place. I'll try to reorganize that now. Whereas their team is perfectly lined up. That was, I guess in the champion select or whatever, a team builder, they actually ended up lining up perfectly. So I'm going to go ahead and take this blue buff for myself here. Because as far as I can tell, Diana shouldn't have any issues. Yeah, Flask and Doran's Ring, I think she's all set. Not to mention I helped her out in the mid lane a little bit earlier on, so I think she'll be fine. So let's go ahead and take this for myself here. And I think I will actually smite this just to get that mana back instantly and a bit of extra HP so I can gank top right away without having to delay myself. And I think she's actually warding. And Renekton is farming a turret, so I'll just take up the Scuttle Crab first. Get a bit of extra HP back. And hopefully clear this out before Riven sees. And she's so overextended that I think we can get this done. I know there's a ward here, so I'll come back and clear it afterwards. But for the time being, I mean, I got my ultimate. I'm OP as shit as Vi. So let's see what we can do. Once we have vision of her, I'll Zalt her immediately. And hit over the face. In that scenario, what I prefer to do is I prefer to use my ultimate immediately, burn their flash, then chase them with my Q. But unfortunately, when I was using my Q at the start, she stunned me, which canceled it. So I had my ultimate available, and of course, when it gets canceled, the cooldown's really short. And that's another benefit to maxing the Q, by the way, is the cooldown. Your Q is your main mobility spell and your main damage spell of your first 3. And so having it on a lower cooldown becomes extremely effective. So it adds the reason to max it first. So let's go ahead here and just take out their Krugs, just to be BM and all. I mean, we do have Diana with us, so I'm sure that we won't get caught. And let's go ahead and fist bump this guy. And of course, fully charging it like I did is going to increase its damage by a significant amount. And we're actually really overstaying here. Oh man, I got canceled. I'm dead. Yeah, I need to use my Q in a way that I could avoid hitting them while simultaneously not getting hit by them at the same time. Which wasn't possible, unfortunately, considering there's 2 of them. And I mean, I had really no choice besides to walk even further away. And they're going to chase me out there. Ricket Riven and Shyvana, both of which very speedy. But hopefully my team here can turn things around. It looks like Gimme Your Milk here on Diana is going to go down. But yeah, Renekton's going to pick up the double kill. So very nice for him. Double buffs, and he's almost got himself a Tiamat. He is going to be one dangerous alligator. So let's pick up our Warrior Enchant there. And I'm thinking for my next item, I'm going to go for the Black Cleaver. Because I think it's very good on Vi. Gives you the extra move speed in combat. But also provides you with the tank stats and the bruiser stats and all that stuff that you want. Of course, Triforce is pretty good on Vi, and I don't dislike it by any means. I just think Black Cleaver is a lot more effective for a jungle Vi. And, you know, you could soul lane Vi and go Triforce and all that, but even then, I just don't really think Triforce is all that great. I think there's much better items, especially considering they integrated and added all these bruiser items and all these juggernaut items. There's just way better choices for Vi. So we're going to go with those instead. Kind of change things a bit. And especially considering I did a jungle Vi video in 2013, like I said, and oh, that's kind of cool. They let us know Draven's cash-in. That's really nice, actually. But yeah, especially considering I did Triforce, I think, last time I did a Vi video. I feel like changing it up isn't a bad idea. So of course, we're max the W second here. Increases the attack speed we get from that, but also increases the damage from it by a substantial amount. The percent damage, of course. Let's go and take the Scuttle Crab here. And with these extra wards, I'm going to start trying to control Shyvana's jungle and trying to put her back as best as I can. And let's go ahead and fight her here because I totally can. I'm just going to ult her here to get that last auto in. There we go. She is going down. Yeah, I was holding on to my ultimate until she tried to run. And of course, the moment she starts running, I pop it and she is gone. Really easy solo kill from me. And what I'm going to do here as well is I'm going to go over here and get a ward in her wolf camp. There we go. So now her entire blue jungle is basically mine. And so if she ever goes into there, I'll know exactly whereabouts. And I'll be able to take her right on out. Bot lane looks to be pretty pushed up, but they're trading back and forth as far as I can tell just from looking at the map. But I don't think they really need my help. So I'm going to go and do the Krugs here once again. And they're... oh, the heck? Okay, well, they were there. I thought they weren't there for a moment there, but I guess they were. And yeah, I could go for a lane gank, actually. I mean, my team seems to be interested in my assistance, so why not? So I'll go for a lane gank. Oh, this is warded? Yeah, you should have let me know before I walked into it, bud, but that's okay. I'll just back off. And actually, there's a fight going on here. Base Tuna going apeshit on the Draven, and I cannot get in range, so I'll just back out here. Get my mana back from my Q, and actually that doesn't work. I thought it was like Varus Q. If you guys don't know that, with Varus, his piercing arrow, if you fully charge it and then just let it go off, you refund some of the mana. I thought the same thing happened with Vi. I was sadly mistaken. But I'll come here and gank mid, I think, because I think Azir should be fairly gankable. As long as Diana goes first and gets that... hold on here, actually. And gets her E on him, he's pretty much dead. Ooh. Good ultimate by him, knocking me and Diana away from the fight. Very well played by him. Did what he had to in a tough situation. And it looks like bot lane's actually going to get wiped out, though, but Renekton is in there trying to help out. Clip the little ones a little bit here. And he is going to get the kill onto the Tristana. And he's too low to clip Leona, though. But Leona is sticking around to the turret. But I'm going to go base here. I don't really want to have anything to do with that, to be honest with you. I'm too far away as is. Wouldn't make a difference. So let's go ahead and pick up ourselves the extra potions here and all that. And actually, I'm going to undo that the Ruby Crystal and get myself some extra wards. Okay. So far, not too bad of a game for us here. Renekton's doing pretty solid. Mid lane's pretty much a standoff. Not much is interchangeable. Well, pretty much interchangeable there. I mean, Azir's got less assists and less kills, but the farm's really close. Excuse me. Bit of a burp there. Anyways, let's do the blue buff here for ourselves. And it's looking like Riven's just pushing up the top lane. We can't really do much about that, though, on our own. At least I don't think so. But then again, we are the same level as her, and we have just as much farm as her, so maybe we can take her on. But then again, she is Riven, the 1v1 queen. That's why she goes top lane. I don't want to have anything to do with that, so let's clear up the blue buff there. And do ourselves the romp. And I probably should have saved my smite for this, actually, now I think about it. So, slight mistake there, slight error. Should have done that, because I could have gotten the Thornmail-like buff from the Gromp. It looks like Riven's trying to recall here, and I got no backup, so I'm not going to try and stop her. You want to recall, man? You be my guest. I'm just going to sneak past her. Hopefully she shouldn't see me. Of course, I can go over the Baron Wall if I do get caught here and get a war into the red. And it is actually, in fact, up, and Shyvana is bot lane. We can see that from the map. So let's go ahead and take out the red buff. And I know she's here, but I'm not concerned, because I can flash over this wall, and then, you know, the Baron Wall. Haha, juked it. And if Azir chases me, he's not going to take me on, because we have Diana right here with us. But unfortunately, it looks like she's going to get caught here. Hopefully she can get out. I'm going to come back around, try and help her out. Yeah, I think she's going to go down for my sins. Sorry, Diana. And I would like to kill Shyvana, of course, but I don't think that's possible, considering the fact that... actually, never mind. I take back what I said. Renekton is going in here. Let's go ahead and kill off Riven. Alright, Riven's out. Now, what can we do with the rest of them? I'm taking a tower shot here, but I think we're okay. Renekton's going ham. I don't think he can get it, though, but he did. He got the Tiamat active. That is really good. Really solid job. Yeah, that was a really close fight, but luckily we came out ahead because I could stick around and get the turret, whereas Shyvana's like, I got a bounce, bros. So, good on me. And by the way, if you guys haven't noticed already, you can use your E on turrets, which is pretty sweet. Increases your I guess, turret taking time a little bit. Let's go ahead and take out these minions. And alright, let's go ahead and go back to base, actually, because I've got a lot of gold to spend, and I think Black Cleaver... Ooh, actually, I could stick around for red buff and then have enough for Black Cleaver. That would be awesome for me. Alright. Yeah, I do have a red buff reset, or not reset, because I took theirs, so I'm not exactly making the biggest use of all the red buffs, but it's okay. A bit more gold, actually. Let's do the Krugs. Trying to angle myself, of course. I get that E AoE on the little ones. Or little one, I guess, in this case. Now let's get our ultimate upgraded. So there we go. Bit of extra damage and less cooldown on that. And I don't think it actually changes any sort of CC duration on him. But maybe it does. I haven't actually looked into that one. But let's pick up that. Our pink word appears to still be active, so that's solid. Let's pick up ourselves 2 greens. Don't think we need the health potions anymore. And head back on out. Pretty soon here I need to finish my boots. And I'm thinking, considering their team, I think Ninja Tab makes a lot of sense. Tristana's pretty strong. Riven's fairly strong, I guess. Shyvana. I mean, Azir's... Yeah, he uses auto attacks with his soldiers, but it's all magic damage. It's not actually auto attack damage, so Ninja Tabby won't help for him, but he's not that big of an issue. And it looks like base Tuna is going to get insected in by the Tristana and taken out. The rest of their team is looking to be pretty strong here, but my team is going apeshit on them with all those AoE spells from Diana and from Renekton, so they're getting completely comboed out. I'm on the way, but I'm not quite there yet, and my team is diving without my help, so this is looking pretty difficult for us, but it's looking like Shyvana might go down here. Tristana definitely will. Renekton going absolutely massive. I'm going to use my ultimate here onto Azir, and he's not going to be able to knock me away. No, he is. What the heck? That was weird as fuck. Let's go ahead and get on this guy here. And there's the quadra kill for Sergeant Matlife Jr. on Renekton. Holy crap. Let's go ahead and do ourselves the dragon after we get that turret, because I think they've got that on lock. I'll go ahead and take out the Scuttle Crab while we wait. And you can see the damage we can do to the Scuttle Crab. That thing just gets melted. Okay. Damn, that was insane. I was not expecting that, and I'm glad I got to be a part of it. Unfortunately, a little bit later than I would have liked, but hey, better late than never, as they always say. And there is our second dragon of the match. Let's go over mid lane, I guess, and clear up any farm that would be missed by Diana. Actually, never mind. It looks like Draven's pretty much got that. And Renekton is still in the jungle here. Dancing around that Riven, being a big old bully. Which is, I guess, what Renekton is known for. And looks like, actually, Leona's joined the fight over there. And might give him some problems. Hopefully, our friend Renekton can get out. He's getting exhausted and everything. Yeah, I think he became a little bit greedy. I'm going to be honest. He stuck around a little too long. But that's okay. Let's go ahead here and, I guess, rotate through the mid lane. By then, it should be gone because Draven's got that. And we get ourselves a ward in their red side jungle so we can control not only their blue side jungle, but also their red side jungle. Control it all. It's ours. Shyvana doesn't own nothing. And I think my favorite spot to ward in the red side jungle is right here. Because, of course, it does allow me to control the raptors and the rotation to red buff. And he's got a turret here, but I think we can just walk over and take it, honestly. These turrets are pretty squish, these Azir passive turrets, so pretty easy to take out. And their buffs are coming up here pretty soon. We're all grouped up, ready to go. Oops, what the heck, that was awkward. Just trying to clear the wave a little bit. Alright. And yeah, they got decent wave clear, and their bot lane's doing things, so I'm just going to go and take their blue buff actually here. Once I have their blue buff, I should be all set to gank bot lane, if they can keep it around that long. Okay, and yeah, Leona's sticking around, so I'm going to come down, see what I can cook up. Renekton's chasing her out, and he is faster. He's got that Randuin's active, so this guy's definitely getting slowed down. And actually, oh, never mind, that was a ward. I thought my ally was in the jungle there getting destroyed. That is not the case. And there's a kill for me. Let's go ahead and clear up these minions. Never mind, I'll get only a few of them. And it looks like Draven's just going to get some free stacks in the top lane, so that's solid. And Azir's pushing mid here, so I'm going to rotate over there, because of course he's pretty much the only threat. But Tristana, what is she doing? She is overextended, and Renekton is all over her. I'm going to chase her out here, do what I can. I have my Q and my ultimate available. I should be able to make the plays. Let's go ahead and just Q into the fight, ulti Tristana once again, and kill her easily. Renekton's going to pick up that one. And it looks like Azir's trying to make the plays. Yeah, that's an awkward looking combo when he uses the Q before the E, and their wolves are gone. I'm sad. Alright, looks like my team has this turret though, and I'm gonna miss the local gold, so I'm sad. If you guys don't know, if you're near the turret when it dies, you actually get extra gold, so make sure to do that. The only reason I didn't do that is because I wanted to get that wolf spirit, but I'm not gonna get that. But I don't think we can continue pressuring too much. Draven's top lane, and there's 3, maybe 4 of them there with the turret, so I'm gonna go back here and pick up myself the ninja tabby, because that's really gonna be beneficial for us. And I'm thinking for my next item, I will go for one of those newer items. I'm gonna try the Titanic Hydra, because I think that'd be really cool on Riven. Or not Riven. We're not playing Riven this game. We're playing as, of course, the Vi, which in my mind is really not much different. Some salty bitch. That's the way I see it. But looks like they're gonna pick up a kill here on Leona. So Raka's gonna be the one to pick that one up, actually. The banana. Anyways, let's walk over to our red buff, I guess, and pick that up for ourselves. Draven is in base, and he's not exactly doing the hottest this game. You had to get a QSS pretty early. Damn, that's rough. Must be getting sick of the Leona crowd control. So don't worry, man. I'll get the red buff for you, and I'll fill in the damage where you are unfortunately behind a little bit in, because of course the QSS isn't a damage source. But at least it'll allow him to do more damage without having to worry about getting crowd controlled as much. So I'll clear out the raptors there. And let's see what else we can do. He's got the wolves. I'll get the blue buff here. And I need to get more kills, man. I'm only at 4 this game. Of course, I'm doing pretty solid, but I like getting more kills. More kills, more fun, right? That's not the only factor that leads to fun, of course. Winning's pretty fun, too. Doing crazy shit is pretty fun. Riven's pushing the top lane here all on her own, and I'm pretty strong. I got double buffs, I'm a level up. I've got a black cleaver for crying out loud. I think I can take her on without a single problem. So let's see. Is she over here? Nope. She kept pushing. So now it's time to find her. Where are you at? Hello. I see you running. You can't run from me, though.
I'm doing this my way.
Where did she... Oh, hello. You are not going over this wall. Maybe you are, but not before I kill you. Or not unless I'm going to kill you after. And damn, she is fast. I have the auto on her, though, so she's slowed from red buff. There we go. Got him. That Q popped the last part of my passive on my W, so she just got destroyed. And it looks like there's actually a bit of a fight happening over here. Azir's escaping, it looks like, but I'm going to come right from the side here and pick him off. Never mind, he's going to go over this way instead. Actually, I don't think I can help this fight very much. Oh, but Diana going big here. We got to the Shyvana. Oops. Got the auto attack at least, so she's slowed. And can I get this? Wow, that wall blocked me so much. I hate this. The wall actually blocked me because I didn't fully channel it, so I couldn't get over the wall, which I didn't really want to do. I wanted to hit her right in the butt, right as she was crossing the wall, which did not work. That's awkward. And I feel like a dummy, but oh well, it's okay. Let's go and take out their wolves here. Smite those for the vision buff in their jungle, so we can really control their jungle here. But that made my day. I know, right? Because I didn't want to go into their base, of course. That's a really dangerous thing to do. And hello, there's 3 people fighting over Renekton here. I'm calm, buddy. 4 people. I think he's a goner. But if there's a chance of me saving him, it's now. And that chance is gone. And I should not have done this. I regret this decision immediately. Go away! Wait, is she all alone? Bitch! She stunned me! But we have Diana coming in here, but I'm basically dead. I'm just gonna ulti onto Riven here and juke my way out. No, the Q it got cancelled. Kill Riven. Damn it, fuck. If there was any hope of me getting out, it was of course by ulting and then juking my way out, but I got stunned during the channel my Q again. So that's gonna get me killed. But Diana's gonna pick up the double kill here, wrecking their Fiona. Shyvana looks to be the next victim, and she is gonna get ignited and go down here. But Diana's out of ult charges, so she's in a bad spot. Or not ult charges, but you guys know what I'm saying. Tristana's gonna pick up that one. Let's go ahead here and pick up our Tiamat here towards our not Ravenous, our Titanic Hydra, because I want to try that item out on Vi. I feel like it would be pretty solid. And after that, maybe I'll start getting myself some actual tank stats, because I'm not building tanky at all this game. I'm building just HP damage, essentially. Which isn't too bad a way to go. And if, by the way, if anybody heard a vibrating sound, that was not a dildo. I'm not really into dildos personally, but you know, if you dudes are up into that, that's cool. And if you chicks are, I'm not surprised, because that makes a whole lot more sense for you guys. But yeah, that is not mine, or not. It is mine, but it's not a dildo. It's my phone. Who knew? Explain it. I don't have a dildo. It'd be so challenging. let's go and pick up ourselves this Skull Crab here, because Dragon is an objective we can go for here pretty soon. And yeah, normally Hydra is not very good on Vi, but considering Titanic Hydra is a thing, may as well. And Leona's gonna get CC'd like crazy here. And actually, Tristana's on this side. Let's go ahead and get onto her here. I think we can do this. Oh man, I am all alone and their team is killing me. Okay. I got destroyed. But at least we managed to kill Tristana with the Draven ult, so not bad. But I went way too deep. My team could not follow me through that one. I just went way too far. And that's one of the luxuries of playing Vi, is you can, well, luxury or a sin, is you can go extremely deep into their team as long as you hit that ultimate, because you just don't stop. As soon as you channel that, you are going to go to that target no matter what. Sometimes, of course, you can spell shield it Nocturne and Sivir can spell shield it, but I think, is it the damage or the CC that goes through? Maybe it's something, I don't know. Point being, though, that some champions can avoid it. Hourglass and I think Vlad and Fizz can avoid it with their untargetable spells, but for the most part, you can't really get away from it. It's pretty difficult. So someone like Tristana, she's screwed. She's not going to get away from it. But let's go out here and go over ourselves. Go to the red buff here, and it's looking like we got 3 people pressuring the mid lane, but I don't think we can do much more than that. And pretty soon here I can get my Hydra. My Titanic Hydra, that is. You know, for the longest time, everyone's just kind of referred to the Ravenous Hydra as the Hydra, but I'm feeling like it makes a lot more sense now for clarity to just call the Titanic and the Ravenous, just because otherwise it's very confusing which one's which. So let's get ourselves upgraded W here. It looks like a fight is emerging here. If Draven comes over, I think we can do this, but Draven is not here. And I got knocked away, actually. And I don't think we can fight this. But hold on. Get over here. Alright, now I'm just going to juke away. I should be able to. Yeah, I can. Managed to sneak in behind and pick up the Tristana and then get out. That is the dream, my friends. That is the dream. Can we get onto Riven here? Nah, doesn't look like we can. Alright, well, I'm gonna get some wards. Oh, wait, no, I have no wards. I suck. Let's get this ward here then, I guess. Am I going to Azir? Ooh, never mind. I'm out. Actually, I'm gonna get blue buff. I'm getting kind of low on mana. The mana cost of my Q is 90, then 60 on this, so you end up using a decent amount of mana when you're fighting lots, so I'm gonna go get blue buff. And I will smite it as well, get some mana back. Alright, got that. And I'm thinking it makes a lot of sense for me to get the Scuttle Crab for around Baron as well. If it's even here. It doesn't look to be. Alright, well, we're sitting at 6 and 3. Not too shabby. Got plenty of assists. Almost as much as some people, but Soraka's got double my assists, so never mind. I was going to say the most of the team, but that is definitely not true. 16 on Soraka. And Tristana might be getting caught here. I do not want to go into 3 people when my allies are low health, so let's back off here. Pick up the Hydra, or the Titanic. Gotta start the trend somewhere, right? It looks like they will get my pink ward, so that kind of blows, but I'll go ahead here, upgrade this trinket here, get my pink ward, get some greens, and let's go ahead and control the game from here on out. So, as far as I know, honestly, this item might suck. Honestly, it could be totally terrible on Vi, but only one way to find out. Well, that's not true. The best way to find out is to try it, especially if you... I would say I'm fairly knowledgeable about the game. I think when I try things, I can tell you whether it's good or not. I mean, at least I think so. You guys can be the judge of that, of course, but I think there's a lot of players who try things and think they're good, but they're not good in the game in the first place, and then that's the problem, is they think things are good, but they don't know better, whereas I think I know better. I genuinely do, and I'm sorry if that comes across as arrogant, but I think after playing this game for 3 years now, actually, yeah, it's been 3 years, and being Diamond for 2 seasons, I think I've got a pretty good idea of what's good and what's bad. So let's go ahead here and take out the Scuttle Crab, and it looks like there's a fight about to happen here. Give me your milk on Diana. It's going to get comboed out a little bit here. But so is there Tristana. She's very low. And I can do exactly what I did last fight and combo her out. And it looks like Azir's on the backside here. And I'm going to try and get onto him. Get out of here, Azir. We have Renekton with us here on the side as well. Damn it. My Q got cancelled. But it's okay, because I can make the plays. Wow, I suck. I am so bad. How did I miss that? Oh my god, she avoided it. Damn it. If I hit that Q, Syndra, or not Syndra, Shyvana would have been so dead. And why is the turret still locked onto me? What? Can we kill this turret? Oh, never mind. It stopped being locked onto me. Alright, well that was a really messy team fight with a ton of mistakes from me, so I do apologize for that, but we do have her connected on the backside here, and I'm going to try and get in there and help out. I'm not going to get a damn thing, though. Damn, I couldn't even get an assist. I'm sad. Let's get on to Tristana here. I might be kind of low, but we have my team with me. I got the Soraka heals, so Tristana's definitely going to get traded on that one. Let's see if we get their wolves. We can. Smite these. And looks like the fight is coming back in here. Get onto the Tristana. And let's just unload on these kids. Come on, get on Leona. Yes! And I'm going to try and get out, actually, because I'm pretty damn low. Get over the wall. And before I base, actually, I got to make sure I don't mess this up. I got plenty of wards to place. Their base is getting pretty much destroyed. This is kind of tricky. Yeah, because I can't really make a difference here, but I don't want to abandon my team for this. Looks like Riven is going to go down here. Can we get the turret? I think we can. Oh yeah, we sure as hell can. Alright. Now the question is, can we get the inhibitor too? Alright, we got the inhibitor. That is really solid. But their team is all respawning now besides Riven. We got to bounce. Because we got no resources left to use. My team wants to go for bot lane turret. I do not agree with that. That's why I'm backing the fuck off. Actions speak louder than words. And looks like Draven's going to get red. That is really solid. Let's grab ourselves their raptor buff. And the raptors themselves. And let's get a green ward in here as well. And a pink in here. Alright, Baron is controlled. It looks like my team is on the retreat, trying to get out. Give me your milk on Diana. Is definitely going to go, what the heck? He's going to get out? No. Yeah, he's going to go down. I kind of saw that coming. But let's see here. Let's pick up ourselves some sort of a tank item. I'm thinking randoms makes a lot of sense. Against their team comp. Yeah, it definitely does. Let's grab ourselves the components for that. I can almost afford both. Maybe I'll just get this instead, because I need the armor more than I need the HP. Alright, I got plenty of that. They are going to go for the dragon here. That's going to be their first dragon of the game. Denies us our fourth, but I'm not concerned, because honestly, with the way this game is paced out, I think we're going to win before the next dragon comes out. So I think we're all set. And Draven wants this red, but he's already got one, so should I be BM and take it? Nah, I won't be BM. I'll let him have it. Let's go ahead and take this. And something I've learned somewhat recently, but not super recently, like not this game, for example, but like 10 games ago, is your active on your Titanic Hydra is actually an auto attack reset. So what you can do with Vi is Q in, auto, E for the reset, use your active on their Titanic Hydra for the reset, and do a lot of damage and one nice smooth combo of a lot of resets. Okay, and the blue buff is up. Let's get that onto Diana here. She is gonna need it a little bit more than I do at this point in the game, but she doesn't seem to want it, so I'll take it then. Or maybe no, she wants it. All yours, friend. And let's see. The mid lane inhibitor is down, so Baron isn't exactly free just yet, but it's pretty damn close. Let's fight these people. Nah. I could have ulted in there, but if I did, I would be diving into people with my team not exactly ready. And that is not something I'm a big fan of. Let's go and take out this ward here. Yeah, the thing is with Vi is, yes, you are pretty tanky and you can dive into their team fairly easily, but living through that, that is the hard part. And I think we are in a really bad spot here. I'm going to ulti right through their team to hit everybody and hit focus the Azir. There's going to be a kill onto the Riven here. Just going to want to Leona, actually, because she's still out of the base. She's going to get stunned right here in the edge. I don't think we can actually kill her, though. The bomb's on me, so I'm going to avoid the rest of my team here to get rid of that AoE from them. Actually, walk right back into Diana. I thought it would go off sooner, but that's okay. We're going to pick up 3 kills, though, in the fight. Draven's going to pick up the last one here. Yeah, that's probably going to be game, actually. The ulti coming out. There's a surrender vote. Hopefully you guys like this game. I really hope you did. If you did, make sure to drop a like rating and subscribe for more videos coming soon. I'm actually surprised by how well this game went, because I'm not a big fan of Vi, but you can see how strong she can really be in the, I wouldn't say the right hands, because my hands are definitely not the right ones, but if you play her well, she can still be extremely effective. So that's the game here, guys. I'll see y'all next time. Peace out.